Morning everyone. I am Dr. Minal Bhujandra Wagmare. In the series of disease of field and horticulture crops and their management, today we are going to see the another crop, that is cotton. Coming to the first disease of cotton, that is cotton root rot. Their sexual stage causal organism is a Rhizotonia bedeticola, and asexual stage causal organism is a Macrophomina phaseolina. In this particularly, we can found that sudden wilting of the plant takes place, and due to this proper supply of the nutrient and water is not available to the plant, and due to this yellowing of the leaves that will take place. Ultimately it lead to the defoliation of the plant and easy uprooting of the plant due to the weakening of the root is takes place, and we can find the rattoning of the root also. We can see here rattoning of the root is takes place and wilting appearance will come. We can remove the bark which present on this root very easily. So shredding of the bark and revealing the dark which lead to the rattoning of the root. With that also we can find some tiny black colored fungal structure, fruiting structure kind of thing, that is sclerotia is present in this pathogen infection. And generally this diseases appear during the hot and dry weather, and especially after the rain in high pH soil like alkaline soil. In this, pathogen will survive in the in the soil for years to years with the help of sclerotia, and it get germinated and lead to the secondary infection during the favorable condition. We can see in this, we can find this hypa is present here, and sclerotia will be the our secondary infection lead by this present in this pathogen. Coming to the management, crop rotation we will do to break down the availability of the continuous host crop to the pathogen, and rotate this crop with the non-host crop like cereals like wheat, oats to break the disease cycle. Intercropping with the sorghum and mothbean are allowed to lower down the soil temperature and reduce the disease pressure, and also provide the extra income to the farmer. We also help to by doing the residual management, we remove the infected plant part and other debris from the field, because it will carry the sclerotia, and which after favorable condition it will germinate and lead to the secondary infection. So field sanitation is one of the important practice we can perform in this. Next is remove the weed control we have to do. We have to keep field weed free to eliminate the host for this pathogen, and proper NPK balance supply also needed, and avoid the excess nitrogen, because excess nitrogen lead to the excess vegetative growth, and due to excess vegetative growth pathogen infection is also increases. We provided the FIM at 4 ton per acre, or neem cake 60 kilogram per acre, and take up the sowing in first week of the April or last week of the June. We also can do the seed treat with the tetraconazole and carboxyl plus thiram, and as per recommended dose. And we also go for the carbendazim, thiram and captain as a seed treatment. Coming to the next disease, that is cotton wilt. Causal organism is a Fusarium oxysporum formal species Vasa infecta. In this main symptoms we can see in this wilting we can see the drying of plant. However, it will this pathogen will attack on the vascular tissue of the plant, internally vascular tissue and xylem and phloem. It lead to the formation of tylosis inside the plant. Due to vascular tissue damage, which turns into black or brownish in color and block the water flow and food flow also. Ultimately, plant will not get the sufficient nutrition, and yellowing of the leaves, that is chlorosis, and ultimately lead to the drying and dropping of the leaves, and plant will completely appear as a dried appearance it shows by the plant. And symptoms vary from sudden collapse after rain to gradual wilting, but if mainly from vascular tissue damage will start it and ultimately lead to the drying of the plant and dropping of the leaves. In this we can see that main three spores are formed, that is microconidia, macroconidia and chlamydospores. In this chlamydospore act as a resting spore. In this it will germinate it when favorable condition will available and host is available, and lead to the another disease cycle infection, that is secondary spread also. And macroconidia also helps in a secondary infection. We can find here in xylem vesum fungal mycelium is present because it will damage to the vascular tissue, and due to this proper supply of the food and water is not takes place inside the plant, ultimately it lead to the drying of the plant and wilting appearance and plant death will occur. Coming to the another disease, that is anthracnose of cotton. In this sexual stage is a glomerella gossipi, and asexual stage is a coledotropium gossipi. In this we can see that in cotton anthracnose, mainly water-soaked circular reddish color brown spots are appear on the leaves, balls, and other some parts of the plant. Water-soaked lesions are spots with circular and reddish brown color spots are appear. Sunken spots are appear on the plant and balls with dark color center. We can see dark color center is present in this. Such kind of spots are present on leaves, ball stems, and leading to the sometimes leading to the seedling blight, stem girdling, and drying and brittle lint with the bust balls. In this disease, lint quality is damaged. Lint becomes stained yellow and brownish color. In generally, our lint color is whitish color, which is market approachable. But in this disease, it will be yellow and brown in color, and brittle mass, which is generally made unpreferable to the customers. And in this we can see significantly reducing, due to this significantly reducing yield will take place at these symptoms can appear at all plant part at any stage, especially in the warm and wet condition. In this disease, we can see that sexual spores are the ascospores. These ascospores are developed inside the perithecium fruiting structure. This perithecium is a fruiting body. It will break down and it will lead to the ascospores. This lead to the sexual life cycle. And coming to the asexual life cycle, Ceruleus is a fruiting body. It releases to the conidia. It is having conidia 4, and this conidia 4 will release the conidia outside. That is a asexual spore. So sexual spore is a ascospore and asexual spore is a conidia. Coming to the management, again we will go for the crop rotation. We have rotated the crop with non-host crop like paddy, wheat for 2-3 years to break down the host availability continuous to the pathogen. We can go for the summer deep plowing in June, July to expose the fungal spores to the sun and to make them kill. We can also go for the seed treatment with the carboxyl carbendazole 2 gram per kg, and in biological control we can go for Trichoderma viride Bacillus subtilis 10 gram per kg and Trichoderma 4 gram per kg and Bacillus subtilis 10 gram per kg. We have to dip down the seedling in Trichoderma harzianum solution before the planting. We can also use some resistant varieties such as Varalakshmi, Vijaya Pratap and Jaidhara and Veram. Coming to the another disease, important disease of cotton, black arm cotton. Causal organism is Xanthomonas citri malvacearum. This is not the fungal disease, it is a bacterial disease. Why black arm of cotton? Because dark color water soaked angular spots will appear on the branches and small stems. These branches are the arms of the cotton, and it will carry the black color lesions. Water soaked spots are black color lesions on the stems, petioles, and branches, and it will make their appearance crack and drop like downward side. And that's why if branches and stems having black color lesions and get crack and get dropping appearance, it look like the black arm of the cotton. So that's why disease name is a black arm of cotton. Such kind of lesions or spots also appear on the leaves, angular spots, water soaked spots, and leading to the crinkling and inward curling. So like this, sometime in severe cases we can also see the gummosis from the cracking area. We can see that black lesion that can girdle the stem and it causes cracking and gummosis. So gum will come outside the, in severe cases from stem we can see the gummosis kind of symptoms too. So coming to the disease cycle, there are no specific spores are formed, but yes, bacterial survive years around in the infected seed and dried plant debris in the soil and get spread by the wind, rain, splashes, and irrigation equipment. So this is ultimately the infected seed will carry the pathogen for years and years and get spread from one place to another with the help of dispersal by wind, rain, water splashes. Coming to the management, we have to go for the crop rotation. Sanitation means remove the destroyed and infected plant debris, voluntary weeds and cotton, involuntary cottons and weeds. This is we can avoid this point, and weeds we can go for to remove. Tillage, that is manipulation of the soil condition by help of deep summer plowing, because pathogen will expose to the sun in June July, and pathogen fungal spores will kill. So we have to soak this, as it is a bacterial causal is a pathogen. Bacteria is a causing organism. We have to go for the antibiotic, that is soak the seed overnight in the streptomycin sulfate 1000 ppm. Dilute the cotton seed with the help of sulfuric acid at the 100 ml per kilogram of seed. This is very important, one of the management practice we can follow. Treat the diluted seed with the carboxin, oxycarboxin at 2 gram per kg and carboxin plus thiram. So we also go for the streptomycin sulfate spray at 100 gram per copper oxychloride, that is at 500 gram per acre. Coming to the next disease, that is Dahiya disease of cotton. In this, perfect stage is a Microspirilla areola, and imperfect stage is a Ramularia areola. Why the name is Dahiya? It means it is specifically we see this disease in the Maharashtra state of India. In Maharashtra state, Dahi means curd, and we all know Dahi means curd, and the curd is look like a whitish in color. So curd look like a white in color, and so the symptoms we can see that are the whitish powdery curd like spots resembles on the leaf, and this disease lead to the ultimately whitish yellow spots on the upper lip surface and fuzzy growth on the lower lip surface, and lead to the yellowing of the leaves and defoliation of the leaf. It also reduce the ball size and ultimately reduce to the yield. In this also we can see important spores. In this asexual spores, here spelling is wrong. We have to write spores here. Asexual spores are conidia and sexual spores are ascospores. These ascospores are formed inside the pseudothecia. That pseudothecia is a fruiting structure. This fruiting structure will lead to the after breakdown lead to the release of the ascospores. So microspirilla cycle is continued by the ascospore, and their Romulera life cycle is continued by the conidia. Coming to the management, remove and burn the infected crop residues, and remove the self-sown cotton plant during the summer plant. Avoid the excess application of the nitrogen to avoid the excess vegetative growth, and keep the plant safe from the pathogen. We also go for the spray of the vetable sulfur, tebuconazole and propiconazole, azotrostibine, diclofenac at 200 ml per acre at 60 to 90 and 120 days after the sowing. Coming to the next disease, that is cotton leaf curl disease. Causal organism is a cotton leaf curl virus. Basically, it is a viral disease. In this, we can see completely leaf get curl at upward or downward, and vein get thickened in this, and formation of the leafy outgrowth on the leaf underside. It ultimately leads to the stunted plant and shorten the internodes and reduce the yield after the often with the yellowing of the veins. So curling mainly occur after that, due to this thickening of the vein and leafy outgrowth and stunted plant due to shortened internode. Ultimately, due to short height and reduce in size, reduce in the yield also occur. This disease is spread by the vector, that is whitefly. Causal scientific name is a Bemyscata bacchi. Coming to the management, in viral diseases mainly we have to remove the destroy and infected plant. That is roughing is the main important sanitization practice we can do in this. Remove and destroy the infected plant, and also remove the plant debris to reduce the virus source. Crop rotation we can provide with the non-host crop. We also help to remove the eradicate the weed around the field, as they are the host for the whitefly. We can also spray the imidacloprid and one more insecticide, that is chlorpyrifos, to manage the vector. Once we manage the vector, this disease will comes in a control. Coming to our last disease, that is 2,4-D injury. This disease is not caused by any causal organism. It is basically caused by the when herbicide drifting spray. That is auxin mimic herbicide, that is synthetic chemical 2,4-D dicamba. This is really similar to the natural hormone, that is auxin. This cotton is actually sensitive to this herbicide. If any near to the field of cotton, if anyone are spraying this herbicide, the residual effect are due to volatilization effect of that herbicide. If wind are there, due to spray drifting effect of that herbicide, it comes to the cotton crop, and it lead to the injury to the cotton crop. So 2,4-D dicamba lead to the injury of the cotton crop. That's why this is name is a 2,4-D injury. In this, leaf malformation, that is twisted, elongated and pistil leaves with prominent veins are appear, reducing the plant height and growth. Also see the small and reduced deformed balls are formed, and swollen stem near the ground level. Over the overall delay in the crop development and delay in the maturity takes place and lead to the losses of the yield. Coming to the management, we have to first communicate with the neighbor what kind of crop are they are sowing. Are if they are taking the risk of herbicide of 2,4-D dicamba, like that we have to communicate first, and we have to manage this disease with the awareness. We have to aware that sensitive crop, be highly aware of the sensitive crop in adjacent field, as a vapor drift and physical drift can cause the damage. So we can go for the low volatile 2,4-D formulation to use to avoid the reduce the vapor drift potential, and avoid the spraying during the hot calm days when drift is more likely. Check the wind direction carefully, because wind will help to spread this 2,4-D from one place to another place. That is only drifting effect we can see. We have to somewhat spray of urea at 2% at early stage help to manage this disease also. If you like this video, please like my all videos, subscribe my channel, and share this video as much as. So thank you so much.